Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Monday morning, getting the week started off great, and all kind of things to talk about around the outdoors, good things going on. Let's take a look at our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hard-working crew up there in Southport taking care of all the air conditioning needs. Let's take a look at a high today of 89, low of 77. I want to give those temperatures I'm always talking about right here on the coast. I know inland, Middle-Grantham, and all those folks up there, all up there in Washington County and Jackson and Walter and inland, it's hotter. I know. I was raised up there in that area, so I know how it gets humid at this time of year. But anyway, we're looking at the moon phase, our Monday moon phase, brought to us by Mountain Dew. On the outdoors of Mountain Dew. The full moon was last night. Hope you got to view it some, and it's just absolutely, August full moon is just beautiful. That's why they call it sturgeon moon. And we talked about that last week or so, about the full moon of August being called the sturgeon moon. Now looking at, it's got and you're going to see a lot of it tonight's going to be good when the moon will be rising. Sunset tonight's going to be at 7:15, so the moon will be rising not too long after that. Okay, our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking at good strong tide today. 10:45 this morning is a high tide, and it's going to start going out to about 8:20 tonight. We've got a good tide today and tomorrow, but the rest of the week we start getting in those neap tides. Not a lot of movement there, so if you want to fish it, you can. You got that full moon. It's going to be good fishing today, a couple of days after full moon. Today and tomorrow is going to be really good fishing. I can promise you that. But probably not on the river with as high as it's going to be, but it is dropping out. Okay, our tide chart is always important. People ask me where to get them. I'll get these tide charts at C&G Sporting Goods, so give them a call and see if they have some left for the next year. They do them each year, come out in January. Our wind direction will be out of southwest at about 6 and about a 40% chance of some precipitation. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm reading the email I received. It's always good to hear back from folks on different things, and I try to answer all of the correspondence I get. If I somehow miss it, I get a lot of stuff, and send it back to me and say, Coach, I hadn't heard back from you. It won't hurt my feelings, but we'll talk about that. Okay, this is from Ken and Lori Keel in reference to the Flathead tournament. We showed the video Friday, but Lori sent this. We both would like to thank you for all your efforts and support for the Gene Smith Flathead Catfish Tournament. It was both a pleasure and an honor to meet and fellowship with you and your wife. We wanted to send you all the final numbers. I had 27 boats. I had 46 fishermen in that, okay? 14 boats weighed in a total of 878 pounds of flathead catfish. That's almost 1,000 pounds on one night of fishing on the Apalachicola River. I thought that was great. The total tournament payout was $5,360. That's good. That's good for a big tournament. That's real good for a small tournament there. First place, $2,500, and we talked about on the video. We shared with you all the different places and money. So it was first place was Chad Bailey, and let's see, went on to second place. We mentioned all that. And Jimmy Minshew was there, Tommy Ernest, and all, but. Thanks from Ken and Lori Keel. It takes effort to put together a tournament, but the great thing about them is it always is for a good cause, and I enjoy, I appreciate them putting on tournaments and made me think about the tournaments we have upcoming. And if you want to help out in any way, they always could use help. So I've got a message right here. This is to my Panhandle Outdoors forum right here. This tournament's coming up, actually September 4th, okay? So it's going to be, okay, we're losing it there. We've got to get it back. September 4th tournament, and then we've got 3 tournaments I want to give a shout out to help. Okay, we've got them up there. Here we go. The Joy Daloff Benefit Tournament is September 4th at White City. $100 per boat, $10 raffle. The raffle's good, and $20 trash fish. 50% payout. So here it is right here. Joy's been fighting COVID since July 27th. It's been a tough time, so just help them out. This is a group of folks doing something to help their fellow outdoorsman, their fellow man. So that's good. Thank you for doing it. Then we got another good one coming up. Okay, Seasons of Hope. This is another tournament that's just all it does is just help a fellow man. Seasons of Hope Outdoors Inshore Tournament. This will be at Sunjammer, September the 18th. Okay, right down there, and it's, this all proceeds right here benefit the Harris family, Darby Gay, and the Seasons of Hope mentoring program. So we'll talk more about that. I just want you to go ahead and put it on your calendar. If you're like me, your calendar fills up in the fall. And then the other tournament I want to give a shout out to is coming up. Now, it's going to be in November. We try to always do it the first Saturday of November, the Elizabeth Bardolph Memorial Redfish Tournament, and we've supported that every year. Jeff Bardolph and Carolyn, and they'll be coming on and talking about it. So anyway, only $40 entry fee per person, and that money there goes to learn to swim programs and all. And that's 3 good tournaments happening right there. So I just wanted to give a shout out to them and all the folks who put on these tournaments. It's a lot of work, and we just finished up with sea quarters, and look at all that money, $60,000 went to leukemia research. I'm going to support that all I can. Hope you can too. Just in a little bit, buying raffle tickets, any kind of way you can support these things. They go to good causes. Okay. All right. Now I want to mention out. Let's see. We were talking about fishing and all the other day. I was talking with Jerry Forehand, and he wanted me to go fly fishing with him. I couldn't get working in my schedule, but I wanted to go so bad, but I just had other things I had to do. And he caught like 34. He sent me a message and all. He caught 34. And the day I was supposed to go with him, I saw him down there at the Flathead tournament. He caught 1. And we started talking about how the timing, you got to go when they're biting. And I've said it over and over again. And I thought, what a classic case, classic example that was. I wanted to share with you because he did it in the same place, same flies, same area, and throwing the same way. And the hatch had already happened, it already moved out of there. But the fly fishing, especially, the timing on fly fishing is just very, very important, as it is in other things when they're on bed and all. So again, anytime I use an example, a real life example of stuff happening like that, I want to share it with you. All right, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got a message the other day from County Commissioner Bill Dozier, and he's been on the show before. Y'all know him well, a great guy, and does a great job as commissioner. He wanted to share this with us and with the viewing audience, so he sent this little video to me on a message. This is at Bay County, the Artificial Reef Association is starting to put out some reefs, and he was out there the other day, and I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. Okay, here we go. They're out there. These are the big steel cable. They're from. Okay, is it rolling now? Okay, push it. You got to push it hard. I'm gonna tell you more about it. Just watch it, okay? Okay, so wouldn't you like to be the person to just sort of push it, get it started? So rolling off the barge. This is huge. You can see the bodies next to us, the size of it, huge. All right, push it, push it. There's a guy running like he's trying to stop it. Boom, a big old splash. Okay, they have it marked now, and it's gonna sink on down. And what a great way to recycle something. I'm gonna give you more information on it in a second, but everybody's out there, a group of folks out there, and I'm gonna try to go next time. I think they're gonna deploy 5 of these huge reels, cable reels, in different areas, and I'm gonna give you the depth in all of them. But anyway, let me see if I can get back to his, okay, he said, okay, I'm gonna read it to you. Good morning, Winston. I'm sending you a video from yesterday. We sunk a reel donated by Oceaneering for the Artificial Reef Program. This is a joint effort between Bay County Tourist Development Council, okay, Port of Panama City, and Oceaneering. This is one of the 5 reels that we'll be sinking for Bay County's Artificial Reef Program. It's about 12 miles southwest of the pass, and it's in 95 feet of water. And I went back and I said, what are these actually made of? And this is, he said, these reels are coated steel. So thank you folks for doing that. It was really, really cool to have and what a great way to recycle it. Instead of putting all that stuff in a landfill and all, put it out there for all the reefs. And talking about the Artificial Reef Association, you gotta give a shout out to start off with MBARA, okay? This is a program they put out every year for the tournament. The tournament the 25th annual, August the 28th, is this weekend. Is the MBA tournament, Kingfish tournament, and they do a great job with it. And I was looking through it last night. There were some things I wanted to share with you. They get a lot of sponsorships. A lot of folks, a lot of businesses are very supportive of it locally. And I wanted to, one thing I want to give a shout out to this young man right here, Ron Childs. He was instrumental in doing this. Ron Childs has retired. He's actually moved back up to Georgia. He moved down from Georgia years ago, and he's put 30 years. And he's one of the original founders. He put 30 years for the MBARA, and he's all the dedication. He and his wife and family, and he's well known in the community. But they said, here it is right here, the picture on different things he did. He's been on the show several times, well, quite a few times promoting it and all, but it was just a really cool thing for him to do. He retired and moved down and did it for all these years, and he got a lot of support. And this is what he ended up doing. They ended up making a lot of money just on this right here. So if you get a chance to enter, go ahead. It's this weekend, okay? And I cover a lot of them. I may cover this one. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. I've showed you this before, but this is just a picture of them deploying these reefs. Okay, their program they put together. It's been replicated by all kind of artificial reef associations around the country. And these are the size of the reefs, the pyramid. And we showed this to you before. I just want to let you know what kind of work and all that goes into it. And then you get all kind of stuff, all kind of information. This is pictures from inside the program I just snapped last night to show them to you, to give you an idea of what's going on with the Reef Association. So now, I want to on Friday's show, we just flat out ran out of time on the fishing report. We had that video of the Flathead tournament, and I wanted to, and I still had the fishing report from Friday. So if you bear with me, I just want to bring out a couple of things. One thing I wrote down on Friday, we did cover the scholarship report. I will have more information that's coming along. I've talked to more people. I like to talk to people, get feedback from them. They're all saying the same thing I was saying Friday. It's good, but it's not great. You got to look around for them. It's going to take a little bit of time. They're in the same places they always have been. They're small over there by the campground, by Presnell's campground. I was talking to a guy who was camping there. I won't call his name, but he's a friend of mine. He was camping there last year. Remember last year they were bountiful. They were all over the place. And he said he sat there at his camper on the water, and he watched this lady go out there 8 times, like one day last year when there were so many scallops out there, and filled her bag up. Each time she'd go back to her camper and then go back out there. And one day went out there 8 times. And that's what I'm talking about. This is an eyewitness from a friend of mine who saw this. And there's always that small percentage of greedy people who are going to get all those they can. But I told him I wish he was like being an undercover agent, and just approached her about that and said, by the way, I'm an undercover agent with FWC. I just wanted to get an account of all your scallops. But anyway, the report, I'm going to quickly go through it. On freshwater, I said hi. The water's muddy, and it's going to be muddy. But it's going down, so sloughs are so down. Also, offshore, I had some really good reports of grouper. The grouper biting really, really well all out there. There were some good group reports. Near shore, kingfish, there was caught some nice kings the last week, and the tarpon bite continues to be strong. August is a tarpon month, and if you wanted to get a chance to do it inshore, I saw some good reports of the redfish. This is before the storm. And after the storm, the redfish bite was really strong. And then on the bridge span, the bridge fishing was really good. And I was going to show you different areas and all, but the fishing report on Friday, I didn't get a chance to get to it. So anyway, the fishing overall is going to start picking up this week. The storm really got the water stirred up. I noticed when I was down to the Cape after the storm came through, and the water clarity in the bay, in St. Joe Bay, a day or two after the storm, where the water clarity was not good at all. It got better each day. It got better and better. So the water clarity is a lot better now. And keep in mind too, while you're out there scalloping, when the tide starts moving out, if you're in an area where the tide's moving fast, it's going to get cloudy. So that's why a lot of people like to go in the mornings before the tide really starts moving strong, because usually this time of year in St. Joe Bay, the tide is going out in the afternoon after lunch, and it starts moving pretty fast. It's not quite as clear. But on the flip side of it, the sun is up, so it sort of helps out a lot too. So anyway, just judge what's best for you and your scalloping crew. And also the surf fishing, I was checking on it early part of the week, like Wednesday and Thursday. There was no one surf fishing. It's just really churned up. But if you can surf fish ahead, I noticed that when the storm came in Monday, I was down there like a day ahead of time, just checking it before the storm came in. It was a good rolling wave. It would have been excellent surf fishing before the storm. But once the storm kicks in, it's sort of over with. So all these little things, this is what we're doing in Florida Panhandle, all these little clues and all. So, okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in St. Joe. We're looking at 12:30 a.m. to 2:30 this morning, and then right after lunch, 12:54 to 2:54. You know, we like to keep you posted on all the Panhandle outdoor news, but on occasion I like to sort of check in and see what's going on in the outdoors across America. I don't do it all the time, but it's just funny. So I picked up a couple of things in 3 different states, and I thought I just want to share them with you. I won't go into all the details, but one thing, you don't hear this very often. The Louisiana Department of Fisheries and Wildlife, they arrested a boater for hit and run. Now, have you ever heard of a boater being arrested for hit and run? And what it was, he ran into some other people, and he was in the pontoon and took off. And he stopped to see if they're okay, then he just took off. But anyway, they arrested him and charged him with, his name was Chris Richard. But it was a 20-foot pontoon boat he was on and ran into some folks. So anyway, so hit and run, Louisiana arrested someone for hit and run over there. And that's a felony. Okay, up in Alaska, the Department of Fish and Game, anglers, be careful and bear country. And this was interesting because the fish, and they gave a couple things to do, and it makes a lot of sense. If a bear is near enough, stop fishing, okay? As soon as you catch a fish, read that, immediately kill your fish and then bleed it in the water. Okay, I wouldn't have thought about that because you don't want the fish flopping around because it's going to attract the bears. And then if you use a stringer, keep it in the water near you. But it's just an interesting thing. That's on my bucket list, of course, is go fishing up there. But I don't want to go right in the middle of bear country, but those little things about, most of the time we just let the fish keep on flapping, but they want you to, kill the fish immediately when you catch it. Who knew? And then up in Wisconsin, they did a consumption warning on crappie and yellow perch because of the chemicals. Isn't that a shame? They're advising people not to be eating these up in certain parts of Wisconsin because of the chemicals and all from pollution. They found high concentration levels of the perch and all of chemicals in the perch. So anyway, they want to share those with you. So other thing too, I want to mention, I was looking at my Woods and Water last night. This is August issue of Woods and Water, and I've shared some things with you, but I ran across a couple of things. This picture here, this is cool. Look at this big, this is Miss McCullough. Okay, this is on May 29th. Anyway, I got a picture there. This was down there in Central Florida, but check this one out. This is in Hardy County. This is right here in Calhoun County, and I made Woods and Water. That's a 560-pound boar hog, and that's back in June. And the boys got that. Anyway, that's a huge boar hog. And these are, and again, I want to mention, if you get a chance to go hog hunting in the summertime and all, at nighttime, it's a lot of fun to do, and it's just a situation where you can get a lot of meat off. Also, I want to mention, speaking of hunting, the season's opening up. A lot of places, South Florida zone, remember, they start early. I was checking with family up in Tennessee. This weekend, the archery season opens up in Tennessee. So all these early season openings, you don't think about August and fishing. I know I used to, August and hunting. I mean, you talk about August and fishing is what I always think about. But I had a friend, he would always go to South Carolina, a college friend of mine from Winter Haven. He would drive from Winter Haven to South Carolina in August because the season started up there. And he's a great hunter and all, but he just wanted to wanted to hunt up there in those areas. Okay, I wanted to show you one more thing to end the show on something funny, because this is, I always got a kick out of this. I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know. So we'll let you know what's going to come in first. So, okay. But getting back to these periodicals and all, there were all kind of stories in here. I was going to share some stories with you, but there's just some great stories here of FCA. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has always been really strong, and there's a guy, Skipper Hare, that has FCA. He started FCA Outdoors. So check with your school system and see if they can start. I mean, if they have FCA, that's wonderful, and FCA Outdoors will be an arm of it, where he and some of his friends, they do a 200-something canoe trip from the headwaters of Okefenokee all the way down to the end of Swanee, and they camp out about every 20 miles. It takes them a while to do it, and it's just a wonderful thing to do. I want to get more information on it. He lives over there in the eastern part of the state, and I would like to maybe get him to come on the show and share some of those things. But again, that's a classic case of an outdoorsman doing good things for our fellow man. So I've sort of been the theme of our show and all, just helping others and all. So anyway, we are going to start wrapping things up. Got a big show lined up tomorrow. We've had the guests we've had. We're back under a COVID order, so we may do some shows from Studio B if we cannot get them here in Studio A at Fox 28. So we'll be flexible with that. So bear with us and all. Again, if you have any information, share with us and want us to promote, like these tournaments here, these 3 tournaments we talked about, get the word to us, and we'll try to do it. And we'll try to cover some of the weigh-ins, and we want to fish and hunt some ourselves and try to cover the weigh-ins and all that. So all these things are important to us, okay? So we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to be giving away some stuff. We're getting our baskets together, outdoor baskets getting together. It won't be long to start giving those away. Y'all do something good today for your fellow man. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.